Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of the No Offseason Podcast Trade Deadline Edition.
Whoop, whoop,
As you can see, there's only
whoop,
two of us.
whoop.
There's only two of us actually dedicated to this podcast, and that would be
Fucking
Jordan.
slackers.
And that would be Jordan
Unbelievable.
and myself. Bryant decided, hey, let's go to Atlantic City the week of the Super Bowl and the trade deadline.
Waste his money.
And Cam is 30 minutes away, but can't get on a computer to actually care about this. So
Rather go to dinner than talk about the NBA trade deadline. I'm appalled, Cameron. I'm appalled.
And he's in the group chat saying, "Man, I wish I could be on this pod." Like, bro, you're 30 minutes away. You can be on this pod.
I'll
Just
tell you
saying.
right now, Cameron, whenever you get home, and if you got time, you better hop on with us because we're going to be on here a while because we got some good shit to talk about tonight.
He's not gonna hop on.
The content was made for us, boys.
Yes, just an absolutely insane trade deadline with huge moves. But we're gonna save that to the last because we have other stuff to talk about. There's a Super Bowl going on this weekend. I mean,
There it is. Big game. Big game.
And we also have the points record was broken. The points record, and I realized that my camera is in a totally different spot than usual, so I was wondering why I kept looking that way.
There you go.
Now it all makes a bunch of sense. Okay.
We're here.
There we
are
go.
here.
You can see my laundry. That's beautiful.
Hey. You
Okay.
can see mine too.
Okay. All right. Now we're good. Now we're good.
We're good.
Sir, you know, it'd be great to just shoot the shit and chat it up for a little bit, but who knows how long this is going to be with the trade deadline, so we're just going to get right into it, if you don't mind.
We do that every day anyway. We live together. You're on the other side of this wall.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when the other two aren't here, there's nothing really to freaking talk about. So
we got it today, though. Let's hop right in.
But you know what's amazing? There's no
amazing?
Chicago Bulls talk today. No Bulls talk. No trades.
Well, there wasn't
no
anything to talk about anyway.
No trades. No Bryant.
Bryant, get on your team, man.
Yeah, like I'm sure we would have heard like, oh, Chicago could have gotten Durant.
I thought we were gonna get a big one there at the end with Levine going to New York, but they let us down. I was really hoping to end with a bang, but it's okay.
Yeah, we didn't end with a bang.
Well, don't worry, we didn't need to end with a bang with the amount of freaking second round picks that were traded around like it was fucking candy bars.
That's true. But let's get out of the way. Let's talk a little Super Bowl. Let's talk the Super Bowl right away. The big game this Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
There's not a lot to talk about that we haven't talked about last week. So pretty much, Jordan, give me your X factors on one from both teams, and then give me a score. Give me a prediction.
I mean, the X factors, it's hard to not go with the obvious. Obviously, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes and can this offense operate versus Hassan Reddick and that defensive line if they can get pressure. This game is, they always say it in every game, but this game more than I think any game it's all about the trench plays. You know, which offensive line holds up, which defense can create pressure. I guess if you want to go with like a low-key X factor, it's probably going to be one of these rookies that Kansas City has in the secondary because they got a lot of youth back there, and if they can hold up and they don't get caught. But I think it's going to be a 27-24. Another Lombardi Trophy is coming to Broad Street, baby.
Alrighty.
And of course, I'm going to pick the Eagles because that's my squad, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. X factors. So there's no Mecole Hardman. I think that opens up an X factor. My X factor is Jerick McKinnon for the Chiefs.
Not bad.
I mean, he's going to have to catch some balls out of the backfield. I think that the Eagles are going to get some pressure like they have all year, which is going to allow for some dump-offs and let McKinnon do what he does. And if he can break off one of those 30, 40, 50-yard screens or what have you, it's going to be very big for this Kansas City team. I could also go with the offensive line.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one, but I'll just stick with McKinnon. And on the defense, the X factor's got to be the D-line. I mean, you're going up against Patty Mahomes. You're going up against the best quarterback in football. But we've seen time and time again, best quarterbacks in football with a lot of pressure are very average, even below average at times in the Super Bowl.
No quarterback likes pressure.
Oh, and if you want a case in point, go back to a few years ago when that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense caused havoc on Patty Mahomes and he couldn't do anything. So if you have 2.0, you probably have an Eagles win.
Yeah. You
Do
can
I?
go back farther, like I said, Legion of Boom against Peyton in that offense that year.
No. I mean,
So
Brady versus the Giants. He had issues
yeah,
versus them. Their D lines were always nasty.
shout out for you, Cam.
I just. Mm,
I know where you're
it's
rocking, so you just
it's
gotta
it,
let the
it's
people know.
it's honestly super tough. I want a very good game. I think Jalen Hurts' shoulder is much more serious than what we think it is. And I think like in a week or so they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he played with this and this. You know how that always happens.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lean Chiefs. And I'm gonna go 27-20
Okay.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Patty Mahomes gets his second MVP and just furthers or second Super Bowl. He will get a second MVP as well. And,
1,000%.
and he's just going to be the number one quarterback and just separate himself even more and more.
Yeah, no, can't go wrong. But no, McKinnon's a good spot though. Andy Reid loves his screenplays. I'll say that. I know that from experience. I watched it for many years. So
Very much so. All right. Now the Super
just
Bowl's
give us a good game, guys. Unless it's the
yeah,
Birds absolutely pounding the Chiefs, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So
yeah.
want a good game, and Rihanna, give us a good halftime, please.
Drake's coming out. Where is he?
How sick would that be though? That would be a good touch.
His odds are even. His odds are the best odds of who's coming out.
Hey,
Oh, you know what's
yeah. What does she open
hold
with?
on.
What do you think she
I,
opens
I
with?
I saw the odds on people that'll come out. They have
Yeah.
a fucked up. They have Chris Brown.
Oh, that yeah. No, I'm sorry. That's like that's a plus 1 million.
The odds were 1,200. I'm like, hey,
That's
bro. I was
ridiculous.
like, one
No
that
shot.
one that's
No
disrespectful.
way.
Two, those odds are so freaking low. It's not even funny.
No way. Yeah, there's no shot. But before we get to the trade deadline, what do you think she opens with?
I don't really know that many of her songs. I think there's like another one called like Diamonds or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
diamonds. Work. I can see her opening with work.
I
I
don't
think she.
know. I don't
I
really
think
pay
she ends.
attention.
I think. Well, no. If she does work, then that's gonna be in the middle when Drake comes out. If he
Yeah.
comes out, I think she ends with Umbrella. I think she doesn't open with that, but she definitely ends with that. That's like her
Yeah.
top song,
Yeah.
probably. So,
I don't think she would have.
like I said, give us a good one, and don't put out the lights like Beyonce did.
It's gonna be tails on the flip coin,
All
and
right.
the Gatorade color's red for the Chiefs.
Let Mama Kelsey do the toss. Damn it.
They actually talked about that on their podcast. I
Yeah,
talked
they
with
need
her.
to
Talked with
let
her.
Mama Kelsey there. But
All
all right,
right.
let's get to the big events of the day, shall we?
Oh, we have something else. We have LeBron James passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the number one point scored in the NBA. Kudos to LeBron. It's a huge accomplishment.
It was.
It's legendary. It's, you
Yeah,
know, I don't know if it was deemed untouchable, but it was definitely deemed,
it
hey,
was close.
you have to be a certain level for a long time, which means no real big injuries, which LeBron really hasn't had until last year where
Nope.
he got hurt a little bit.
Right.
To pass to have that record is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to
Mm-hmm.
add on to it, obviously. But we wouldn't be a podcast if we just loved on LeBron because I have issues. And unfortunately, Jordan has issues, and the other two, if they were on here, they would have issues, which kind of makes it not as great.
Go on your rant, and then I'll go on mine because mine's totally unrelated to the record. But
Well, number one, they're having a ceremony for him tonight
okay, that
versus
was
the
mine.
Bucks, right?
They're having a ceremony again tonight.
Tonight. They're having a
Get the
ceremony for him
fuck
tonight.
out. No, if I'm a Bucks fan, I don't care.
LeBron's not playing tonight.
That's bullshit, dude. Come on.
Versus the Milwaukee Bucks. You're the 13th seed in the West. All these games are important. You have 26 games left. You're facing one of the best teams in the NBA, and you're sitting out after you break the record, but you're still getting a celebration. No,
Too busy,
that
too
pisses me
busy,
off.
too busy drinking that wine after that loss too.
So there's that. Let's get off of that. I saw that earlier, and I was like, come on. The second
Seriously.
thing is There was less than 10 seconds left when he broke it.
Right.
He
And
breaks it. They stopped the game for
this
20 to
is
25
I'm gonna
minutes.
say this is my rant. Can I like just
Yeah, 20.
so,
You had 10 seconds. Just run the
what the
quarter out.
fuck was that? That what the hell was that? Like I get it, it's a great record, but like if you're gonna do something like that, end of the game, in between quarters. What the hell are you stopping the game for? Bringing out media personnel, bringing out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to hand the basketball, bringing out Adam Silver with a damn microphone. There was 10 seconds left in the quarter. It's in the middle of a damn game. Like if I was Oklahoma City, I'd be pissed off as shit because I'm just like, now you're halting our momentum of what that we had. It was bullshit. I'm sorry, it was a great record, but they only did that because it was LeBron, and that's just trash. Like that's when Steph Curry broke the 3-point record. They didn't stop the game like that. They had a little thing. He went over and shook hands, but they didn't like actually stop the game and have a whole damn presentation in the middle of the damn game. I thought that was stupid. I thought that was dumb. That was just annoying. And it's like I get it's a cool record. Do that shit after the game.
I think it's disrespectful to every other player.
Seriously. No,
Like
that was garbage. Because you
they're
know they're not
they're
going to do it for the next guy.
they're in a flow. The winner of that game was going to be ahead of the other one. Like it legit was whoever wins moves up
Yeah.
in the West.
Right.
It's a 7 point game. It's a game and you stop the game. I get it. That record is crazy. Again,
Awesome record.
LeBron gets his flowers. That's not what we're saying. If anyone watches this and is like, "Oh, you're bitching about
No.
LeBron," it's everything else. In fact, there's 10 seconds left. You can run that 10 seconds, and then you could do a 10-minute thing between the third and fourth quarter. That's fine. But you stopped the game with 10 seconds left. You went 20, 25 minutes, did all this hoopla, and
Over the
then
top.
and then here's where it gets really messy. He scores 2 points the rest of the game. In the
Yeah, that's
fourth
bad.
quarter, in overtime, in a game you have to win, he scores 2 points. You want to know why? Because LeBron plays 3 minutes the rest of the game after he scores.
Yeah, it's. I understand you wanted the record. You put a lot of energy into that, but like, dude, it's got to be about the win.
And now let's move it over. Anthony Davis. There's obviously the video. He's not celebrating.
I found
And
out why he didn't celebrate, but I get the look of it.
yeah, so one, it looks bad on Anthony Davis because that's an insane accomplishment. That's your teammate. That's your guy. I get you want to win. I get that like you're focused on the game. I do. Could at least applaud and everything. It's not that hard. That's a bad look on AD. But I get it. He's like, dude, we're the freaking 12th seed in the West and we're celebrating a scoring title. I want to win this game. We're losing. I understand that point. So there's that. But then
Well, I
LeBron,
heard. I heard it wasn't even that. It was the guy at halftime that Russ and Darvin had that big explosion.
you had
So
that
it was.
too.
Yeah, I was like, so was it like was it just all that losing or something, or is he just like, what the hell is going on with this team? Like it's kind of all that. They're losing. You have that big old thing, and here we are, just all of a sudden, just celebrate. Like I get it, we get it. You had to celebrate it, huge accomplishment, but it's just like there's other things going on here. Like it's hard to pull yourself out of that when you're trying to win
If
too.
if you knew you were having a celebration tonight, you don't need a 30-minute celebration in the middle of a game the other night.
No, that was it's over the top. It's
Yeah.
really over the top. They need to chill out with it.
And like I just had such an issue with it, and I'm known not to be a LeBron fan, and that's fine. And again, this is not me hating on LeBron. I just think everything around it went bad. But then the fact that yeah, you hit it and you're all smiling and yada yada, your team again in a game you have to win. This is to move up to the 11th seed to get closer to that play-in. You lose in overtime and you only play 3 minutes out of the next 17. You score 2 points. Team loses. Your team drops to 13th, even further back, and you're all happy and smiley and like we're gonna pop champagne, we're gonna celebrate. I'm just gonna say this right now, and I know this gets always overblown with these. MJ and Kobe would never,
Absolutely not.
never. If they broke that record and the media came on the court, you know they would look at them and be like, "Get the fuck off that court. We have a game to play." And like again, LeBron knows how to play the media. LeBron is not this humble, selfless person that everyone thinks he is. He is an egotistical man who just knows how to play people. I've been saying it. He runs teams.
Going
He
off.
he
Oh,
run
100%.
he
Yeah, he
runs
does. He
teams.
picks his squad. He
All
picks his
these
squad.
all
Yeah.
these rosters are LeBron. The GM, yeah, the GM has something, but it's LeBron. It's LeBron running
They
this.
basically ask LeBron who
It's
to go
absolutely.
after.
You look at it. You look at previous players in interviews when they're like, "Oh, does it ever get talked about who's like the best player?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, LeBron says I'm the best player in the world. I'm the best player ever. I'm the best player ever." I'm like, Ron never said that. Kareem never said that. Magic's never said that. Like they don't say that.
Yeah.
They're like, I know how damn good I am. I've never said I'm the best ever. And LeBron just is on this pedestal. And because he's never done anything bad, and because he looks so good in front of the media, he can do whatever he wants. And everyone's like, oh, dude, LeBron's the best guy in the world.
I will give him credit for that. For to be in the career he's had as long as he had, and for really not have any like major huge drama issues like that and
Yeah,
staying out of
it's
trouble.
great.
I gotta give him props on that. That's pretty impressive, especially in today's society where like everything is microscoped. I gotta give the man flowers on that. But
I mean,
I wouldn't doubt that behind the scenes, yeah, it's a lot different.
congratulations. Tim Duncan did the same thing. I don't see Tim Duncan out here talking, gassing himself up all the time.
Tim Duncan don't like to talk anyway. I love
Yeah,
him.
that's why I love Tim
No,
Duncan.
I
That's why
hear
love
you. No,
Tim
I hear
Duncan.
you. And like we don't want to. We're not taking away from LeBron, the basketball player. Dude is amazing. We'll never see anything like it again for this long. So like, I know we'll sit here and say this. I mean, I don't think he's the best. He's second best for sure. I thought he was gonna be, but I mean, it's MJ. I mean, you say third, I say second. I'll give him second.
I'll take it to my grave with MJ, Kobe, LeBron.
That's fine. That's not bad either.
I'll take two killers over LeBron any day.
For sure. For sure.
But yeah,
But yeah, no,
that
it's
that
MJ. We're MJ peeps here.
that whole thing irked me, and if you would put anyone else except LeBron, still would have irked me the same way.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Well, it's the fact that they did that presentation and then in between quarters they still had that video thing, and I was just like, it was just overkill.
yeah,
Like I get it, it's a great record, but it's overkill. Like it's just overkill.
like you just.
And the thing is that they would have did the exact same in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like if it was the first quarter, they would legit stop the game.
Yeah.
So I get it, you want to celebrate that accomplishment, but it's like, come on now. And I get the NBA is great at marketing these individual athletes, but like sometimes it's like respect the game.
Absolutely phenomenal record.
For sure.
Absolutely phenomenal. And again, this is not an attack on LeBron, the basketball player.
Hell no.
He's one of the greatest of all time.
Joy to
Can't dispute
watch.
that. All these
Minus the
people
flops.
that'll be like, "Oh, I think I have him in like number 7 or number 10." Shut up. Like
That's ridiculous. No, he's top. He's
at
top.
worst, he's third. Again,
100%.
depends on what you say. It's just all these other things that happens, and then again, you can't sit there and say, "I want trades, I want moves, I want this team to get better," but then when you break a record, you focus on that and not on your team winning.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
Hypocritical. Hypocritical.
I couldn't disagree. Could not disagree with what you say. So
We had to get off the chest because now we go into the NBA trade deadline,
the
baby.
the big fun part of today.
And it was crazy because we sat there and we said, let's not have a show on Tuesday because not a lot has happened. We'll just run a Thursday for the trade deadline. Well, then
Man.
LeBron broke the points record, and then there was a
Kyrie.
monster trade on Tuesday night that we're about to
trade.
talk about, and then last night during the night between 11 to 2 a.m. trades, big trades, and then today the trade deadline. I was just sitting there. I'm like, oh my god, there's so much stuff, but we're gonna get into it.
Spent a lot of years where it's only been one or two trades. This one was like candy.
Yeah.
It's Christmas morning all over again for Shams and Woj.
Out of the blue, Kyrie Irving demands a trade from the Nets, and the Nets were swift. They sat there and they're like, all right, you're going to sit down this game, and we're going to trade you. And they did, as Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris go to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2029 first-round pick, and a 2027 and 2029 second-round pick.
Alert, we're gonna say second round pick, way too damn much for our likings, but
More than
like I said,
I've ever heard
handed
in my
out
life.
like candy bars today.
Doesn't the NFL where second-round picks have value?
Hell no. Half these guys don't even touch the league.
Yeah, no.
But
Uh,
yeah,
Kyrie's
no.
a man.
Kyrie demanding a trade, not really surprising because we've heard that so many times in our lives. But the timing of it was kind of weird. Um, yeah, the I don't like the weirdest one of the weirdest pro athletes I've ever seen in my lifetime. I'll just put it out that way. Like one of the biggest head cases. In terms of basketball aspects of this, we got to see a little bit last night. He's going to be Kyrie down there, and he's going to score buckets, and he can kind of carry a team offensively. He's still one of the most gifted scorers out there. So I think he's really going to help Dallas. Him and Luca is going to be a nightmare for any team to have to deal with. Brooklyn getting back Spencer Dinwiddie is very nice because he was balling in Brooklyn before they moved him. Dorian Finney-Smith is a really nice rotation piece. But yeah, this is kind of all about Kyrie. Obviously, you get Markieff. He's got some toughness, some shooting ability as well. But I heard Stephen A. say it best, man. If you're a team and you're getting Kyrie, I would only give him a 1 year deal because you never know what you're going to get year to year from that guy.
Understandable, but with this trade, obviously the Nets they're putting up in a predicament because he was going to walk. So with him demanding a trade, it's pretty easy. We'll get rid of him. We'll get some stuff, and that's what they
Yeah.
did. So kudos on them. Um, Apparently, again, all we can go is off of hearsay and everything. Apparently,
We're just fans.
the Nets owner was so petty. His one thing was he does not go to the Lakers. And the
Thank
Lake
you. Thank you, Joe Shy.
and the Lakers were gonna go Russell Westbrook, Austin Reeves, Max Christie, and 2 first-round picks, and I think like 1 or 2 second-round picks. They said no, and they went and got Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, one first-round pick in 2029.
Get the untouchable Austin Reeves and Max Christie as well.
Yeah, the Untouchables, and then 2 second-round picks. So kudos to the Nets for getting rid of Kyrie. That problem is now gone for you.
Yep.
You get Spencer Dinwiddie, who again he's played in Brooklyn. He's gonna play well in Brooklyn. He's a nice piece. You get Dorian Finney-Smith, 3-and-D guy. You know, it's okay. You get a first-round pick out of it, but it's so crazy. But kudos to Dallas. Lucas said, "I need help." It's been very obvious when he's dropping 40, 50 points and the next highest score is 10. It's like MJ in the 90s. MJ would put up 40, 45, and then you'd be like, oh, who's the next highest scorer? Oh, it's Horace Grant with 9 points. Like, that's that.
Scottie Pippen with 15. I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah. Well,
No, I know what you. I know.
Pre-Scotty.
Oh,
But so Luka's like, I need help. Guess what? You gave him help. You gave him Kyrie. And I know a lot of people were wondering, they're like, dude, Kyrie and Luka, how's that going to work? Kyrie can spot up. I don't think people understand Kyrie can spot up. Great
he's
handles.
just so yeah, he's so magical with the ball in his hand. That's why.
Yeah, great. Obviously, great handles and everything. But now you got to think, you have two very, very good ball handlers in Luka and Kyrie. They can both shoot. They're both spot ups. You know that's going to cause so many issues. Like if you have to run around chasing Kyrie and Luka while the other one's tearing up going ISO, gonna be very nice. I'm looking forward to it. I still don't think Dallas has enough to really compete for a championship because I think their front court's lacking, obviously.
Yeah, and we'll touch on some other things a little later here that also might be in the way,
But I think this was a trade that benefits both players based off of a demand of a trade.
yeah, both teams are definitely
No,
happy with what they
no.
got back. So
I know a lot of people when they first saw it, they're like, "That's all you got for Kyrie." Spencer Dinwiddie is a very good guard who is very underrated. He has value. I don't think people understand that. Dorian
yeah,
Finney-Smith has value. That first-round pick 6 years from now,
could be a top pick.
they're not going to have Kyrie 6 years from now.
No. I
Luka,
mean, Luca will most likely.
Luka will most likely be, but again, you don't know if that somehow ends up being like a top 10 pick. It's not terrible.
Yeah, and I do believe it's unprotected too.
Yes, it is
So
unprotected. It is
look at
unprotected.
that.
Um,
Yeah. So yeah, it was a fun way to start off trade deadline weekend. I'll say that.
yeah, I mean that went like boom, boom, boom.
That was quick. What we like to see. We don't like to see things dragged out as fans.
Absolutely. All right, and then last night was crazy. We have a
Woohoo.
3-team trade last night.
Okay.
The Utah Jazz acquire Russell Westbrook, a 2027 first round pick, top 4 protected, Juan Toscano Anderson, and Damian Jones, while the Minnesota Timberwolves acquire Mike Conley, a 2024 second round pick, a 2025 and a 2026 second round pick, and Nikhil Alexander Walker. And the
Underrated
Los
pickup.
Yeah, and the Los Angeles Lakers, D'Angelo Russell is back home with Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. And I gotta say, Jordan, I want to start off with this. What a haul for the Lakers.
Yeah, no, the Lakers accomplished everything they kind of wanted. They got younger, which is what they wanted to do. They got some shooters, which they desperately needed.
Yes.
Um, you have another ball handler you can put on the court with LeBron and AD and D'Angelo. Defense and rebounding and toughness with Jared Vanderbilt. Yeah, no, and then you got another scorer coming off the bench with Lonnie Walker and Malik Beasley. So couple that with getting Rui Hachimura too. They got significantly younger, so they can stick with people better. Um, going to Utah, who Danny Ainge once again, the king of getting draft picks
Collector of
galore.
picks. Collector
This
of
man's
picks.
got 15 first round picks from now until 2029. If Danny Ainge calls you, don't pick up the phone. People, you're gonna get robbed. Not that he really robbed. Every looks like every team got good value, I think, in this
Yeah, I'm
trade.
about to say, I don't think anyone got robbed here.
Yeah, no, they didn't get robbed. I mean, they're probably gonna buy out Russ, which makes a whole lot of sense. You took on his salary. By the way, Russ
Even if they
Westbrook,
don't, he's off the books at the end of the day.
yeah, man signed a 5 year extension. All 5 years played for a different team.
I saw that.
Wild stat, saw that, nuts. Um, WT or JTA, not a bad rotation piece. Was part of a championship team last year and played some quality minutes for them. And Damon Jones is a nice athletic big to come off the bench. And yeah, but this is all about that top 4 pick. And then Minnesota, I think I told you this the other night. Mike Conley might just be the point guard that Minnesota's desperately needed all these years. That like vet can calm the team, can run the show, get everybody where they need to go. I really like that pickup and plays with Gobert, so you kind of have that luxury. Future seconds, we don't know what they're going to be in a couple years. And then Alexander Walker is a nice young wing coming off the bench too. So yeah, everybody benefits here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you're just looking at it white and black, most people would be like, "Oh, the Lakers made out like bandits." What you don't understand is the Jazz got rid of D'Angelo Russell, 31 million. They got rid of Malik Beasley, who I actually really like. And got rid of Jared Vanderbilt, which I'm not a fan of. But I guess with the emergence of Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen, Vanderbilt at best is a bench player.
Yeah, if you can get a first round pick for him, then you gotta take that.
So obviously Westbrook comes off the books. It's gonna be huge for the Jazz. They also get again another first round pick. It's accumulating, so that's good on them. The Lakers, like you said, Westbrook could not shoot, save his life.
Nope.
He was having a good year, but he was having 2 for 15 nights and everything. And LeBron and AD, all they needed were shooters. D'Angelo Russell, shooter. Malik Beasley, shooter. You needed some front court depth. You got Jared Vanderbilt, who can grab you 8 to 10 boards any night. Doesn't need the ball. He's going to do the dirty work. Love it.
Yeah.
Lakers made other moves. The Lakers killed this deadline. Insane.
Yeah. They got
And
a whole new
then,
team, basically.
yeah. And then, like you said, Mike Conley going to Minnesota. I know a lot of people were probably like, dude, you traded Malik Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, and, well, I'm sorry. You traded D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, got Mike Conley out of it.
No, Vanderbilt was in Utah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you traded D'Lo.
Yeah. Well, did they? I can't remember where Beasley was from, to be honest with you. These 3 team trades.
Beasley was
Three
with the
team trades
Jazz.
can get confusing. Okay, yeah. So
Think.
you only
Yeah.
traded D'Lo.
Oh, yeah. So Mike Conley and D'Angelo Russell are very different players.
Mhm.
D'Angelo needs the ball. D'Angelo is a shooter. Shoot first, pass next. Mike Conley, switch it around. And guess what? When Cat comes back, it's perfect. Because Cat needs his shots. Ant's going to keep shooting. But then also, I think another thing that's hidden, Mike Conley has played with Rudy Gobert. There's a familiarity. There might be now a comfortability with Gobert, with Mike Conley, and Mike Conley can be like, hey, big man, done this before. We don't need you to do 20 and 18. 12 to 15 points, 12 to 14 rebounds. Be the defender you are. Pick and roll. Let's frickin' go. I think it's a sneaky move by Minnesota, and I think their team actually got better because of it.
Oh,
D'Lo's a really good player, but D'Lo for Minnesota was not the fit that it needed.
yeah,
Not the fit that it needed.
yeah. No, I like that take. It's a good take.
Yeah, so, it's a really good trade when you look at it. And I mean, years ago, I probably would have been like, "Oh, the Lakers got so much." But now, when you learn about basketball, you're like, "This actually helps every single team." It's a very fair trade.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Next, again, this happened last night. Josh Hart goes to the New York Knicks. The Portland Trail Blazers get Cam Reddish, a protected future first round pick, Svi Mihalik, Ryan Yachino,
Archie Diacono.
Archie Diacono. I knew I was close to that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's very interesting.
yeah,
Cam Reddish wasn't playing. Obviously Svi and Ryan, they're not playing.
yeah. They're bench guys.
New York has abundance of first round picks. You
Mhm.
go get Josh Hart. He's a great defender. Tibbs loves that.
Yes, he does.
Good rebounder. A guy that you can put in. Gonna come off the bench again. I think you start him and have RJ off the bench. That way,
Not a
RJ's
bad move.
RJ's that sixth guy, and he can play without Brunson and Randall because we watched some Knicks games, and there's like a 1-2 with Randall and Brunson where not a single other player touches the ball for almost a quarter sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they get shot happy.
And I don't think it's anything crazy. It's not a crazy trade, but
Right.
I think it's a good trade for Josh Hart. I think it's a good trade for the Knicks. And then again,
Mhm.
Portland gets a first round pick, and if Cam Reddish is probably gonna get some run now because there's no small forward there.
You don't know what's going on with Cam, to be honest with you. I mean, this man's bouncing around team to team for some reason, and
Third
it's
team in
never.
2 years.
Yeah, I don't get it, but no, he's a good young player. Josh Hart, I mean, he's gonna fit perfectly with Tibbs' system because Tibbs plays defense, and that's what Josh does. So
The Knicks might be one of the grittiest teams. Okay. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be gritty. They're gonna defend you for sure. All right, we gotta get to the the big boy. Like you thought Kyrie was a big boy. No, no, sir.
yeah, we can make that real fast.
Yeah. Oh, right. Cut it out.